I'm Tevlev from 10 Gaming, and I made a payload mode in Smash. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make your own and how to play it. And I do want to say right here at the start, it's a ton of fun. Highly recommend it. Even if you're not making your own, you should definitely play it. The rules are very simple. The attacking team is the team that spawns by the payload, which is the little box. And they need to make sure that the payload reaches the goal, which is the flag. And the team that spawns away from the payload by the flag, they are the defending team, and they need to prevent the payload from reaching the goal for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, they win. And that's really it. Team attack on, 4 stocks, 3 minutes. Very easy. Start with a layout that you think is fair and balanced. You can basically make it whatever you want. But, unless you're making it totally vertical, the team should be pretty even. You can stick with a design like this, or I'll show you some at the end. You can be inspired by those. Those are made by the 10 Gang community and the Discord. So after you make the layout, make the payload. You can make it a small square, you can make it a big wagon, you can make it something you stand on or not. I think a 3x3 square is fair, or that's at least a good place to start with. Then attach a rail to it and create the path you want it to go. Now you make the lever. When you attack the lever, it'll move the payload forward. When you attack it again, it will stop. It can be attached to the top or the side of it, but I think it's better to put it inside the object. And to do that, you just make a shape. I like to make an X. And then you put the lever on that object, and then put that object inside the payload that you'll be standing on. And disable grabbing ledges on there also. Now that it's inside of the block that's moving, now it's easier to attack it from all angles. Unless you want it to be that way. You know, it's up to you totally. There's not one best way to do it, in my opinion. And now we need a goal for the payload to reach. I think a flag is a universal sign for goal, so let's go with that. It needs to be set to gravity on, so it will fall over when the payload reaches it. And stage objects are the only thing that can move it around, so players can't move it. And the fact that it falls, I think that's a good visual indicator that the game has ended. So yeah, just make sure the flag falls off the stage too. How fast you make the payload move is the most important part of the map. It affects the whole balance, right? It really just depends how long you make the rail and what speed you set it to. Make sure you time it so once the payload starts moving and when it reaches the goal should be roughly 1 minute 25 seconds between 1 minute 30 seconds. We did a lot of testing in the Discord, and that time seems to be the most fair. You just use a timer, and if it's a little bit past 130, you just set the speed just 1% down. And then that's it. You know, you just want it somewhere around there. And then, really, that's it. That's how you make it. It's pretty simple, but I will go over some frequently asked questions. The trailer that you saw at the beginning, I posted an extended version of that on Reddit and Twitter, and it sort of gained some popularity, and that sort of got the idea out. So how does the game end? How does Smash know the game is over? Part of this is up to the players. When the payload reaches the flag, the players normally just SD until they run out of stocks, like the losing team. And if it's a timeout, obviously the game ends, but it might not be consistent with, if the defending team wins and goes to timeout, it's not going to necessarily say, that team wins. It's just up to the players, really. Honestly, I think this could work in Smash if it was built in, but it's not. We're going to have to deal with that. But that really doesn't get in the way of how fun it is. Does it work 1v1? Technically it does, but it's not as fun. It's mostly just, there's a lot less going on in 1v1. But if you do want to see gameplay of it, I sent the original trailer to the Beefy Smash dudes, and they said they would make a video where they play it. So if you do want to see that, you can go watch theirs. Not that they, need an ad for me, but they did make their own stage. I haven't seen it, the video's not out yet, so who knows what it's going to be. Is it balanced? So usually with casual modes, there's one character that's supreme. Like in Smashketball, DK obviously seems to be the best. We had a Smashketball tourney and in that you can see that he's really broken. But really, when we were testing it, honestly, every time someone thought, oh, I've got an idea, it's gonna be so broken, and it wasn't. You know, like Snake C4, that sounds like a good idea, but not really. It doesn't really. It's useful, but there's a lot of useful things. But the best characters seem to be ones that have single hit aerial moves, because they can just hit it once and leave. But like, you know, Pit, he's doing a spinning move because it turns like on off really fast, and then it doesn't end up doing what you want. So some characters work, but nothing's broken, you know, which is great. Here's a really common question: why stocks and not time? You know, this is my original thought, but in testing, players didn't have to care about being safe. Like, a vital part of taking control of the payload is knocking the opponents away and then taking the time for them to get back. But if they get damaged to like 50%, they can just SD and then come back, and then they don't have to worry because they're at 0. Honestly, we might even want to look in at 3 stock, because even still you can SD if you want to teleport to get around faster, like if you need to get to the middle instantly. But you obviously can't do it that much. Just pick whatever rules that you want. You know, no stocks, 10 stocks. But I have to suggest not changing the timer, because all these stages were made for 3 minutes in mind. Unless you made your own, which is made for 5 minutes in mind, you know what I mean? And then the payload has to move really slow. But that's up to you. Here's another common question. So that's Overwatch. Some people might imply that I ripped off Overwatch. I did not. I've never even played it. I ripped off Team Fortress 2, and I ripped off Splatoon. I'm not really being serious, but obviously Payload has been in a lot of games, and Smash is perfect for it in a weird way. It fits really well. A 2D platform fighter works really well with Payload for whatever reason. Not a question, but this looks fun, but I have no one to play it with. Absolutely join the Tin Discord server. When I posted the little trailer on Reddit, that's what a lot of people said, and I sent them an invite to the Discord server, and they've been playing it a lot lately. You know, the whole server is kind of custom stage fans, you know. It's pretty easy. That's probably the easiest place you're going to find if you want to play this, to be honest. Join it if you want to. If you want to play it, that's the best place to find people. And finally, can it be played with 8 people? I knew an 8-player version would be crazy, so I had to. Because of the stage capacity, it's pretty limited looking, but here it is, and obviously this works just as well with 4 people. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I know this video seemed like it was kind of dramatic. You know, it kind of went on in so much detail, but I know people were asking about it, so I figured I would go in depth with it. Hope you found this video helpful. Hope you make your own, because I would like to see more of those. It's always fun seeing them. The stages you're seeing on screen are made by the people in my Discord server, and if you want to download more, you can also go to in the Discord server. You just go to stage sharing, search in that channel, and you type Payload, and you'll find more. And then you'll have like an incoming supply of Payload stages. And before I go, I just want to say this whole channel is custom stage content, if that's your thing. We host like legal stage tournaments, casual tournaments, and I make my own stages and showcase them. And if you want any more tutorials, also making more of those. So thanks for watching, and bye.